whispered logic puzzles. Thank you for joining me. I'm Andrea, and I'm going to solve level 12 of Sandwich Sudoku by Cracking the Cryptic. This time there's only one on the board. So in this row, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 9. That can be done with 2 or 3 digits. That means the 9 could be here, or it could be here or here. And in this column, the digits between the 1 and the 9 also add up to 9. Again, 2 or 3 digits. So the 9 could be here or here. Okay, so now I'm going to go across to, in this column, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 29. The minimum number of digits for that is 5, which means I know that none of these center digits are 1 or 9. In this column, they add up to 28, which also is 5 or 6. So again, I know that none of those are a 1 or a 9. And in this column, it's 29. So again, I can cross those out. In this row, they add up to 30. That means that I can cross out the center. In this row, they add up to 35, which means the 1 and the 9 are at the edges. And in this row, they add up to 35 also. So that means, well, in this column between the 1 and the 9 is a 7, so I'll put that there. And in this column between the 1 and the 9 is a 4, so I'll put that there. Okay, looking at this, we have a 1 here. The 9 has to be in this square, which means these will not be 1 or 9, and this is a 1, which makes this a 9, a 1, and a 9. Okay, in this column, since I know a 1 or a 9 will be up here and the other will be down here, the only option is right there, so we put the 9 there. And then the digits between the 1 and the 9 in this column add up to 28, which is 5 or 6 digits, which puts the 1 right there. And in this row, the 1 and the 9 are next to each other, which puts the 9 right there. In this column, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 10, which can be done with 2 or 3 digits. Then we'll put our 1 right here. And in this square, the only opening for 9 is right there. In this row, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 8. So our 9 is right here. The 1 and the 9 are both found here. In this row, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 14, which is right there. In this column, they add up to 14, which can be 2, 3, or 4 digits. So the 9 is either here or here. But if you look in this column, the 29, one of them has to be here, and the other here. So we'll put our 9 here. And the 9 right there. And in this row, the digits add up to 12, which can be done with 2 or 3 digits. That puts the 1 right there. And that also finishes this column. 6, 7. And the outside digits would be 2 and 3 would be here and here. Okay, in this row they're next to each other. In this row we have 2 digits that make 14. That means those digits are a 6 and an 8. In this row we have all of them, so we can't simplify yet. In this row we have 2 digits to make 8. And I can see there's a 6 already in the square. So these 2 will be 3 and 5. Something I can do now, since I know everything except for the 3 digits here, we can fill them in because we have a 1. We don't have a 2, so I'll put that there. Then there's a 3. I don't have a 4. I don't have a 5. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. There's a 5 down here. Then there's a 6, and I don't have a 7. There's an 8. Okay. In this row we'll have all the digits again. In this row we have 3 digits to make up 9, so that's 2, 3, and 4. And in this row we'll have 2 digits to make up 8. I can't simplify that yet. Here we have a 7. In this row we have 6 digits to make up 29. That means there'd be 5 digits in each of these. So inside is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Outside would be the 6, so I'm going to put the 6 there. And then we'll fill in others later. In this column, there are 4 digits to make up 19. And I can't simplify that yet. In this column, there are 3 digits to make up 9. 2, 3, and 4. So this one could be 2 or 4. This one has to be the 3, which means this is a 5. And then this would be another 2 or 4. In this column, we have 5 digits to make up 28. One of them is a 5. So the digits will be 2, 6, 7, 8. 6 and 8. Let's take out the 4. And we could take out the 3 and the 4, which means this one's 2. Which makes this one 7. 6, 8. I can see this is 4. And this is now 2. And this is 4. And this one is 3 and 4. And I'm going to have a 6 or an 8 here. And since we've already got a 6, this will be a 4. So we'll have 1, 2. We don't have a 3 anywhere, so this is 3. Okay. In this column, the digits between the 1 and the 9 add up to 10. It's 2 digits, and one is a 4, so the other is a 6. That means this is an 8, which makes this a 6. Okay. In this column, it's 2 digits to make 14. Those digits will be 6 and 8. That means this is the 6 and the 8. In this column, we have 5 digits to make 29, which means it's 3, 5, 6, is included. There is not a 4 or a 6, so it's not this. So it's 2 and 7 are the other digits. This column already has a 2, so I'll put a 7, then a 2, and that means this is a 5, which makes that one a 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in this row, we're only missing 1, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5. Okay. And these, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have 7 or 8. So I'm just going to put those there. And in this first row, let's see what the outsides are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5, and then we have 6, 7, and we don't have 8. So it's 5 or 8. In this square, we already have an 8, so it is 5. And this is 8. Okay, let's see. In this row, we have 2 digits that make up 8. One of them is a 5, so the other is a 3. And in this column, we have 4 digits that make up 19. One of them is a 7, and we know there is not a 3 involved. So 2, 4, and 6. The 6 can't be here because there's 1 in this square and 1 in this row. So this is 2 or 4. The 6 can't be here either because that, so this is also 2 or 4. Which means the 6 is right there. And this column we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5. Then we have 6, 7, and we don't have an 8. So 5 or 8 will be down here. I guess let's fill in what these could be. So in this square we have 1. We don't have a 2. We have options, but either of these could be a 2. For 3, this one could be a 3. 4, either of these could be 4. And 5, either of those could be 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here we have 1, and then 2. There's a 2 in this column, but this one could be 2. And 3. Either of these could be 3. Then 4, 5, 6, and 7. Either of these could be 7. Okay. Let's do this square. We have 1. For 2. This could be a 2, or this could be a 2. 3. For 4. This one could be 4, because there's 1 in this row and 1 in this row. For 5, we could have a 5 here or here. Since there's 1 in this row. Then we have 6, 7, and 8. There's an 8 in this row and an 8 in this column. So our 8 will be there. Let's go ahead and do this square. We have 1 and 2 is in this row. these is 5. 6. We have a 6 in this column, so this is the 6. And 7 has to go right here. We have 8 and a 9. Okay, let's do this square. We have 1, 2. We have a 3 in this row and this row, so one of these could be a 3. Then we have a 4 and a 5 in this row and a 5 in this column. So one of these is a 5, which since one of those is a 5, that means this can't be a 5. That's an 8, and that's a 5. That makes this a 7 and an 8. Okay, so back over here we just did the 5. 6, we have a 6 in this row and a 6 in this row and a 6 in this column, which only leaves this spot. And 7, a 7 in this row and a 7 in this row. So this is our 7 and an 8 in this row and this row and this column. Our 8 is right there now. Okay, let's go ahead and tackle this square. We have 1, we have a 2 in this column, a 2 in this column, a 2 in this row, and a 2 in this row, so our 2 is right here. Okay, with 3, we have a 3 in this row and a 3 in this row, so our 3 has to be here. And I'm just going to point it out right now when you highlight the 3's. In this box, it's in the left 2, and in this box, it's in the left 2, which means this one has to be on the right, so we're just going to do it now. That way we can get this 7. Okay, come back here, we've got a 4, and then with a 5, there's a 5 in this row, a 5 in this row, and a 5 in this column, which makes the 5 right here. Means that this is a 3, and this is a 5, and this is a 3. Okay, it should be really easy from here on out. So there's the 5. With this 6, we have this row and this row and this column and this column. So our 6 is here. Our 7, we have this row, this column, and this column. So our 7 is here. And our last digit is 8. And there we go. We've finished level